and just watched that section and laughed so hard. And then I was like, all right, I'm good. That's what I needed.
I was gonna do that on my break, but I kept getting distracted.
Okay. Well, that's weird. There's a little bit of echo on my end.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that in the video that you uploaded, there's echo when I talk.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna make myself a little quieter, and hopefully that works.
It's probably your microphone picking up a reverb.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is a decent mic.
Okay.
I'm getting I just last night ordered a new pair of skull candies because it's been 3 years since I've had over-the-ear headphones.
Yeah.
Sennheisers, man. Sennheisers.
Yeah, I know.
I'll double the Sennheiser thing.
Yeah, Sennheiser.
I just don't want to spend all that money.
You can typically find some for like $150.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to focus in for a sec, do a quick recap, then I need to have a quick discussion with Mr. Chase, and we'll see how it goes from there. So at the end, or at the start of the last session, you guys had just made the deal with the goblin, whatever he was, more than goblin, obviously, and come to the conclusion that you were getting fucked whichever way you went. You guys were discussing whether or not you wanted to stick with the goblins or work with the Wycliffs, and didn't really like the position you'd been put in. So when you were attacked by a bunch of bandits who had very awesome fiery powers and stuff, you decided to hunt down where the bandits were at and either just wipe them out and take over their base of operations, or potentially co-opt them and create your own little bandit hole-up kind of nonsense. You guys went there, fought another creature, another large Goliath, after attempting to distract him with Gref, who did a great job of revealing the party's location way too early. And now here we are. So, I'm going to do a quick thing with Mr. Chase, and I will talk to you guys in just a moment. Alright, Mr. Chase. So, I think the way we're going to intro you is because you are a bounty hunter. We're going to have you come in looking for the bandits, or at least the bandit chief, who was a Goliath kind of paladin by the name of Gregor. So now that these folk have taken down your bounty, you're probably going to want to have a talk with them about poaching another person's prey.
All right.
Does that work for you?
I can definitely see what I can do about that.
Okay. No real pressure to perform. If you just want to like walk up and say, "Hey, you guys killed my stuff. That's not cool. Do you mind if I still take him in?" That's all I really need.
Okay.
Okay.
They now have player levels.
Also, keep in mind, if there's going to be a war, there's going to be lots of looting that can happen.
Sure.
Having bandits, sneaky buddies.
Okay. So, as you guys kind of gather, catch your breath at the bandit site, dealing with the near death of a few people. Yesterday was a very long series of combats. Yesterday and the day before, I should say. And as you stand kind of over the bodies of the fallen bandits, with the 6 or 7 bandits that are still up on the wall, with their weapons kind of thrown to the ground, you hear a kind of faint clapping sound, and kind of striding out of one of the cliffside edges is a creature cloaked from head to toe, so you can barely tell it's humanoid, really. There's a bit of shine to indicate some armor, and a longsword and a shield kind of neatly tucked away on their person. As they approach the party, you can definitely tell that they're hiding their identity a little bit. Fairly well covered. So, Mr. Chase, I'll let you go in and introduce yourself if you'd like.
Uh, hey, dudes. He was kind of my bounty, so I don't know. Do you guys mind if I take his head?
Who said?
The big Goliath that you guys just took down.
Oh. Where was your bounty from?
Uh,
That's not me trying to steal your bounty. That's me trying to ask where you're coming from.
yeah, that's fair.
Would have been better to work this out a little bit beforehand, but 1 second.
Hey,
Big curveball. 10 seconds.
I can hear y'all folks again.
It's just 1 second, guys. Questions and stuff. You would have gotten it from the Wycliffes in town here, from Touchstone. Not directly the Wycliffes, but they were the ones who hired you. It was in a shady inn called the Miner's Paradise. And you've been on the hunt for about 4 or 5 days now.
All right, so I was hired by the Wycliffes.
Well, by a third party, but you know that it was definitely the Wycliffes who hired you because the person had their symbol on them.
Okay.
No, he walked out.
Oh, he just walked in. Okay.
I was hired by someone wearing the symbol of the Wycliffes.
Are you coming from Touchstone then?
Yes.
Fun. How?
I don't like that place.
Yeah. Have you been attacked by them at all?
Nope.
Because I think we have.
No, we haven't been attacked by the Wycliffes. We were attacked by the Rose and Hart people.
Yeah, it's hard to keep everything in line. Long story short, I mean, I don't care if you have his head or not. I mean, we're eventually going to end back up in Touchstone anyway.
Well, then I will take his head.
But we get looting rights.
That's fine. You got the kill. I just need the head.
Okay. So you kind of kneel down to cut off the head. The body itself, you saw this faint burst of fire when the creature died. It's rather charred and smoky, but it doesn't take too long for you to slice off a head. Around this time, you begin to see that the bandit patrols that had been sent out before, the 3 groups of 10, are definitely making their way back. There are faint dust clouds in 3 different directions heading towards the base.
Are we worried about these extra thieves at all?
I mean, we should be in a position to defend ourselves. So I would say get behind the wall, close the gate, and talk from the parapets. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, I think so. We'll have to have those other thieves kind of use. We'll have to use those other thieves as kind of validate what happened here.
Yeah.
That Gref is the new leader.
Where
Yes.
did my bottles of booze go?
They're still tied to your hands.
Oh,
Or sorry, the one is still tied to your hand.
Yes. You
I
did
think
take a sip out of both of them.
Well,
Yep.
I'll quickly pat down the charred corpse.
Okay. On its person, you do find a kind of crisped up note in a language you don't recognize, and an old odd symbol, some sort of religious thing that looks like a black heart.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly use my see if I know it. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Huzzah!
You don't recognize what religion this would be from.
Fair enough. I'll grab his
Is it the same as mine?
sword.
Very close to, yeah.
I will grab a sword and give it to Graf if he wants it.
I will look at the sword and examine it for anything.
Yeah. It
What
looks
do
like
you
a
want me to
sword.
roll?
Hmm?
You want me to roll anything for it? Or?
Are you trying to determine if it's magical or just worth money?
Just worth money.
Yeah, you can go ahead and actually, you wouldn't have any proficiencies related to determining the value of something like that.
I might.
If you have Smith's tools or training in it, you could determine. Yeah,
Is it nice and shiny though?
it is nice and shiny. Yeah, it's been polished within an inch of its life. Very well cared for.
I'ma lick it.
It's faintly bitter and acrid. It does kind of taste like polish.
I
And
turn to the
blood.
guys and I'm like, "That's a good sword," and I put it in my backpack.
What about his shield?
Did he have a shield?
Yeah.
Oh,
So you can see that the shield is just a plain steel shield. Nothing too exciting or special about it.
I just motioned for it. I'm not going to pick it up. I can't use it.
well, I can use it if no one else wants it. So
All yours.
I
Go
will
for
Shanghai the shield.
Okay.
I'm going to go in the compound, and I want to see what I can find as far as loot goes. Because if they're a band of thieves, they might have something nice in there.
All right, then I will head back into the fort, I guess.
I'm going to start shutting the door.
I'm gonna help him shut the door.
I'm gonna follow Bryn around.
Just give it a good swift kick.
Yeah,
That'll be enough to shut the door.
put my foot through it.
Unless it's a pole, then we really just screwed the pooch. We're just kicking the wall at this point.
Did Devin freeze?
No, I didn't.
Nope.
Oh,
Answering a
he's just
question.
so still. He's just so still.
Yeah, you're motionless, so I kind of thought you were frozen.
I can just be very, very still when I desire. Okay. Oh, god damn it. So,
Gas mage armor.
obviously. So, sorry. You guys were going to line up on the wall kind of thing and wait for the incoming party. You can tell they're probably about an hour or so away. Then there were those of you who actually wish to go exploring the buildings.
Yeah, I want to go look in the compound, see if there's any treasure in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm following Bryn around.
I'll keep an eye out on the bandits.
Same.
We might find something we can use
And
if they
this
decide to attack us.
hooded figure. What's the hooded figure doing? Other than he cuts the guys' heads off, and then
Dips out.
What do you look like? Like, other than hooded? Like, do you look human? Like,
humanoid.
humanoid? Yeah, but that doesn't describe anything.
He's trying to hide his
Oh.
identity, so he's cloaked.
That's a question for you, Mr. Chase. What do you look like besides just cloaked?
I have ears.
Pointy ears, rounded ears,
Fluffy ears.
fluffy ears.
Are they just on the side of your head?
How about scaly ears?
Okay. And what are you doing after you cut off the guy's head?
There was a group of people coming, right? And you guys walked into a building?
Yeah, and we're starting to close the doors.
Yeah,
So-
I'll come in with you guys.
Okay. So I keep
I'm
my eye
closing
out.
the door myself.
I keep my eye out on Mr. Cloaky guy to see what he's doing, and general eye out on the horde of dudes coming our way.
And Mr. Cloaky Dude is coming with me and Bryn McLiff into the buildings. Right?
Okay.
It's
There
McFly.
are a few different buildings. There is the large tower that kind of looks like it's an overseer's building. There's a long, low barracks. There's two more that you don't really recognize the function of at first. And then there is the mine itself, which burrows into the ground, almost at an angle, directly down.
Well, Overseer's building it is then.
Okay. So you kind of walk into the tower, and you can see from just the base itself, it is very office-like in setup. The first floor has this kind of desk where you can see just piles and piles of paperwork have been tossed aside. A lot of it's been stepped on the ground, and there is a kind of staircase kind of spiraling up to the second floor.
I'm going up.
Off to the second floor.
I want to keep an eye out for traps, though.
Okay. Taking a moment to roll a perception check, please.
Because last time I went running into a place that...
Since I'm with him, he can roll it with advantage, right?
Yep. If you want to help him out.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. I always fail a perception check first.
Taking a look around, you can tell that a lot of the papers were scattered out of anger. Someone was definitely looking for something. You can see that a bunch of the drawers have been opened and stuff, and a lot of stuff's been broken, but nothing really screams trap.
Okay, I'm going to continue up.
Upstairs we go.
Okay. As you head upstairs, you can see that it's more of a living space. There's a small room where you can see there's been a bit of food kind of prepared off to the side. It's ancient food, like somebody prepared it a year or two ago and just kind of left it there. There's a kind of tattered bed with this. It seems to have been made like a feather mattress at some point, but it now looks like it's mostly been replaced and patched up with straw. It smells absolutely disgusting, and you can see in one of the corners is a small kind of altar set up. It's this flat black slate with the ruby heart inlaid in it, and there are sticks of incense set off to the side, and even now you can smell just the faint remnants of that incense burning.
I'm gonna take a quick run and jump on the bed.
Okay. As you kind of jump on the bed, like the entire floor creaks a little ominously, and then settles.
Ah, good. I'll lay there.
I'm gonna go check it. Is Chase with us? Sorry, yeah. I call you by your name until I know what your character's name is.
Yeah, that's fine. Y'all haven't asked yet, so that's fine.
So you're with me, eh?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. You seen this? Do you know anything about this? You seem to know about that guy. He had some ruby.
And roll a religion check.
Mr. Chase? Rolling a religion check?
Just roll a religion check. Go into your character sheet, poke religion. It'll be good. Okay. You do recognize the iconography and stuff. It's very similar to yours, but just the faintest bit off. Not the same as your particular bend, but very close to. So this person had an oath that was similar to yours.
Okay, I'm just gonna regurgitate that information.
Huh. What's the religion? What's your religion?
Vengeance.
Fun. Fun.
As I'm laying on the bed, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, hooded dude, what's your name?"
My name's Escanor.
Hey, I'm Yolik.
Good to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
You should do up your name like everyone else has here on our cameras, if you know how. That way we don't have to write it down anywhere.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, no worries.
Go to the settings cog, and under display name you can change it.
It just makes it a lot easier to remember everything.
So the people who are outside, you can still see those people in the distance. Most of the bandits have come to the realization that they have reinforcements incoming. And a lot of them seem to be relatively unsure as to whether or not they should be helping you or hindering you.
Crap.
That would be a job for Gref.
Gref is AFK.
But
Griff will
Rox
be
is
back.
still there.
He said he went to get a drink.
Yeah, but Rox is still there with the
Yep.
bandits outside.
Yep.
I'm assuming I finished closing the door.
Oh yeah. The door itself isn't really well built. You can tell from this side most of what they were using to block it up was just sediment, like loose rocks and stuff. There is a thick bar that goes across, but based on how rusty the metal is, it can probably be kicked off in a round or two.
Okay. Is there any big boulder that's inside the compound that I could push in front of the door?
There are dozens of large boulders. It looks like somebody broke apart half the mountainside, just kind of scattered it into the mine, or the mining camp.
Oh, right. It's a mining camp.
Okay, I'm going to Griff.
I'm going to Graph.
Griff, you and I will go over and pick up some big boulders and block this door so nobody can get in.
Pick them up, not roll them.
So in other words, Graph picks up Ragnar and 4 boulders and puts it in front of door. Ragnar is underneath boulders. Uh-oh.
He's hiding.
Just enough to give it difficulty. You don't need to like go
towards
from bottom to top.
where you want them.
All right, I'll get you both to roll an athletics check, please.
Athletics, I can do that.
I don't roll so good.
Oof.
You had a +5 and you rolled an 8. That's terrible.
I rolled a 3, so that must be bad.
Well, it's 5% chance. So
I'm curious. I'm not going to use it, but I just want to see how much better than Ragnar I did.
Wow. With a 0, you still did 6 better.
I'm picking up pebbles. I'm tired. I need a nap.
Frick.
So he picks up a pebble, I pick up a big boulder, and then I laugh at him.
That's about
Mine
right.
is bigger.
Attack my pride. It's not like I have one right now. It's fine.
It's okay. We're all pretty well dead, so it'll be a talking encounter, if anything.
I turn to Ragnar and I'm like, "Here, you need some of this," and I try to pass him the bottle that's taped to my hand.
But I'm gonna just kind of laugh and go, Griff, that's taped to your hand, buddy.
Oh, right. And then I take a swig.
Yeah.
He's doing
right.
Edward 40
More
hands.
for me.
Okay. It's at this point that the bandits actually do begin to appear on the horizon. You can see them as definitive figures now, not just a cloud of dust. And as of yet, the other bandits haven't made up their mind as to what they want to do with you. You can see more and more of them are just kind of slowly reaching for the weapons at their sides.
I mage hand them away.
Mage Hand only works on unattended items.
It's on the ground, isn't it?
That's fair. A lot of their items are on the ground. So you can be able to shoot one away before they actually get their hands to it.
Yeah. Just. And I look at him and I do the little.
If I have a pebble in my hand, can I throw the rock like right in front of them just to tell them to no?
Seeing as most of them are on the wall and you are behind the wall kind of thing, shutting stuff in, tossing a heavy rock up 10 feet.
Well, I didn't roll. I didn't roll too well on my athletics, so it's probably a pebble I'm holding.
It's fair. I would say it would be a bit too difficult for you to toss up and scare them.
Throws a little pebble. Don't do that. Guys.
Hey, you shush.
But I am up there, just so you know.
Yeah. So for those of you still in the building, after taking some time and doing a fairly thorough search, I'll get one of you to roll an investigation check, please.
Sure, I'll do it. Whoopah!
Not good.
Wow,
good start.
Aaron and I are rolling really bad.
I mean, like, no, I guess I would have rolled okay.
wow.
So, based on the overall skill of your people, you managed to destroy a lot of paperwork trying to just pry it off of the floorboards and stuff. And you don't manage to find any of the personal possessions of anybody in the room. Overall, it just feels like this place has been left a mess except for that altar. And it's a pretty useless delve in here.
Oh well, there's nothing here.
Ugh, fine, I'll get out of
Check.
bed.
We'll check the other buildings, I guess.
Okay. There's one that's the long, low barracks kind of thing, and there are the two buildings that you're not quite sure of the function of.
I'm
just
assuming
gonna
that
have-
once we got outside, we'd be seeing the thieves and the bandits coming back, and
Yeah, you can see
probably
them in the
checking
distance.
deal with that.
Devin, I'm gonna just have weapon in hand
Okay.
for obvious reasons.
Yep. That's fair.
I kind of always have weapon in hand with my quarterstaff walking around, so
So at this point, I'm assuming I see Bryn and them walk out.
Yep. With the mysterious stranger.
All right. Hey, mysterious stranger. I don't know your name, but Bryn, you're our negotiator. Come here.
I go to Ragnar.
Okay. So
I'm
as you
not
stand
looking
beside
too
him, you can
hot.
see that the bandits have definitely become a lot less welcoming of you, although they're never truly welcoming to begin with. They are definitely agitated and looking for an excuse to start a fight.
I'm gonna walk right up to them, or whatever one seems most itching,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna go. Listen, we don't want to kill any of you guys. I mean, honestly, we've got other things that we're doing. I honestly don't even know why we came here. But now, looking on this side, it seems like you guys don't have a big domineering leader that's throwing your buddies up against the wall and shit. So, I have a proposal. If you guys are willing to listen to it, or at least.
All right.
One that
we're listening.
would
We're listening.
net
What do
you
you
a lot
want?
more gold. One that'll net you a lot more gold in the long run. Because, as I come to understand it, there's no smuggling ring or nothing set up for you in Touchstone. And that's what I'm looking to do. I want to set up a base in Touchstone and start operating a fence kind of a system. Now, if you guys would be able to come to me with anything, and I can try and move it for you. Does that sound amicable? Does that sound good?
So what you're saying is that you would be inside Touchstone for us, doing the dirty work of shifting the stuff that we managed to lift off people.
Yeah, I want to call my place Opportunity.
ooh, I like it.
So
Convincing.
yeah, that's the idea.
Now, the only problem we have with that is there have been very many people who've tried to set up something in Touchstone before, and there's always been some sort of problem with them getting caught.
No one that comes with my experience. I've spent years on ships moving goods here and there. I'm part of a party that moves here and there, so I can move things around undetected pretty easily.
I see.
So,
Well, either way, it's not going to be up to me or any of them.
so do you guys have anyone? Was it majority rule with you or what?
No, there were just the three. Extra crispy over there. Mr.
Which you're welcome, by the way, because he seemed like an asshole.
He was all right so long as he didn't piss him off.
Truth.
Now, there was also a fella who was more pretty than he was worth. And we just called him the Face, but it doesn't really matter. We're pretty sure you killed him already. And then a mad little sorcerer, always trying to punch people with fire.
Oh, okay. Well, then I think we're in the clear. So, what I'm thinking is that you guys are your own merry little crew, And also, from what I'm hearing, there's probably going to be some kind of goblin war at some point. So there's going to be lots of shit to lift.
Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage.
Oh, yeah, with advantage. Whoop-pow.
Okay. They kind of start talking in amongst themselves, and you can see most of them do come to a consensus. They, the one who you were talking to kind of approaches you and looks at you and says, fine. We're going to go talk to our friends and see if we can't come to some sort of agreement as to a deal. How's that sound?
That sounds great. Now, look, you guys get to keep your compound. I have no interest in keeping this. Does that mine lead anywhere? Have you guys been in it?
Nah, the mine itself's been pretty broken. Big boss man who you burnt again. He said it wasn't safe, so we just never went down. Him being a rock folk, we kind of believe that. I wouldn't test it.
See, I have a thought. In the plot of land I want to use for opportunity, there's a secret passage in there, and I thought the two might link together. And that would be very fruitful for both of us. But we'll see. I guess if you guys don't know if it links together, then what I'll do is when I get that place, I'll go down in the passage and see what happens. See where it leads.
Now that just seems like a good idea. But if you don't mind, we're going to go and talk to folks before things start to get a little bit too crazy.
Sure.
Okay. You can see that they actually group up into pairs of two, and each one of them goes to one of the incoming patrols. You can see that the patrols themselves kind of slow down, and they stop and talk. And as the hours pass, eventually all three of those parties merge into one. And you can see people are striking up tents and setting up fires and stuff. Doesn't look like they intend to come back. Not yet, anyway.
Sure. So, what do you guys think? Good plan? Bad plan?
Good.
I'd say we check out that mine.
Well, hooded man, what's your name?
I'm Escanor.
Hi, Escanor. I am Ragnar.
Good to meet you.
Can we see what you are yet?
Right? Can you take off that hood?
I
Let us at
could.
least see your ears.
I could take off the hood, but I'm not sure you'd like what you see.
Okay, just
Are
so
they
you know,
fluffy ears?
there is a Black Panther-like cat in the party.
And a giant.
And a dragonborn.
We're pretty open to anything at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably not
You
going
could
to
be a
shock.
fish. You could be a fish, and we'll be okay with it.
So
Alright.
to explain the rest of the party, Mr. Greff is a massive Goliath, kind of grayish skin, no hair. Mr. Rocks is a panther-esque talking cat on two legs. He is a Khajiit. He might have wares we don't know. There is a Mr. Monkey Monk over there, Yalak, with his walking staff. Bryn McFife, a short little dwarven fellow who seems to be a little on the shady side. And Ragnar, who is a blue-scaled dragonborn, who are known for their not intelligence.
We are.
If you guys are sure you won't immediately hate me, then sure, I can take off my hood for you.
Well, I mean,
Yay!
we're making deals with bandits, so I mean, we're pretty
Okay.
open.
So yeah, I'm gonna take off my hood.
Okay. You folks are surprised to see somebody with ashen gray skin and silver hair. Long pointed ears that tell you this is a dark elf.
Oh, cool!
Nice.
Oh, hey, you know about mines and shit then.
Yeah.
Good, you're gonna come into us. You're gonna come with us into the mine.
Whoa.
You're gonna come with us? That just
I'm
sounds wrong. Come on, Brennan.
telling him what he's going to do. We
I offered a new
asked
guy
him
from my drink.
to guide us through the mine.
So
In a
here's the other part. He took the head of that guy for a bounty, and we just let him take it, and we did all the fight. So
As far as
mean,
I
I
like-
earned his bounty.
I owe you.
I mean, like, I'm gonna assume I'm fairly decent with mine since I am a mountain dwarf, but like,
Yeah.
No, we don't care about you, Yolik.
I know I'm just the old guy with the walking staff. Let's be honest.
You're
We
the
have
lazy
three people in the
bastard
party that are good at
encountered.
mountains.
What's the is this like Forgotten Realms style dark elves, or is there a different style of dark elf in your world?
In this world, it's not Forgotten Realms, but Dark Elves share a similar ancestry of rampant destruction. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Is
cool.
it
Nice, you'll fit in with Graf.
Although
that
they
well
are
known?
more piratey.
and that's
Then you'll
common
find the
knowledge, or is that
Common knowledge is that they're not people you want to fuck with. In
Okay.
fact, most people would run away screaming from a Dark Elf. And a history check would tell you more.
okay?
I'm gonna make a history check then.
Go for it.
Yeah, 10-4. I'm back on that one.
I accidentally did it with advantage. Hold
It's
on.
okay. Since Tristan did it as well, you guys discuss amongst yourself, and you relive some of the various tragedies of the Dark Elves. They, unlike in other worlds, we'll say, the Dark Elves are much more prevalent in this one. Their raiding parties occur everywhere in the world, and often 2-3 times a month. Most of them are nothing, or most of them are little more than barbarians who savagely destroy any cities they come across, or any towns, really. They've rarely mounted attacks on cities. They're not known for their subtlety or grace, but instead, they're known for their barbarism.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep my weapons ready. Maybe not like displayed, but
Definitely.
I'm going to go over and give him a high five.
Yeah. I'm all down for a high five.
Well, I'm gonna suggest that anytime we go somewhere new, you should probably have your hood up. The other thing is that we can use that as a bargaining chip of sorts.
That works for me.
So if we need help on an intimidation roll, I can always have you just rip down your hood.
Yeah, I can do that. Just don't let me see you breaking any laws, and we won't have any problems.
I mean, we'll see.
you won't see anything. Let's
Yeah,
just
as
go
long
with
as
that.
I don't see
See
it,
anything.
We're negotiating with bandits.
it's not a crime.
Yeah, banditry is a crime.
I didn't see them commit it.
But he didn't see them perform banditry and only has your word for it.
Fair enough. Okay.
Hey, I'm just
well,
trying to get on his good side. So
Hey man, if
I don't know
you
what
just
you guys are doing.
if we tell you to close your eyes and plug your ears, just listen.
No, he
Yeah,
doesn't even need
earmuffs.
to do that.
earmuffs.
See no evil, hear no evil. There's no evil going on. You're good.
I was going to say, just go play with Graf. He'll give you some booze.
No, don't play with Graf. Graf will frickin' boot you for no reason whatsoever.
Okay.
Like a child.
Hey, it's not always no reason.
So,
Child's cries kick.
Eskadar, what laws do you follow
The law of the land,
of this land?
whatever land I'm in.
What's the laws of this land, Devin?
As for banditry,
No, just what are the top 5 laws of this land that are the most taboo?
He wants the code legal.
okay. So the biggest faux pas kind of thing, like the things that'll get you killed immediately here,
Yeah.
you would need a history check for.
Okay. And I will quickly
Do one of those.
do one of those.
I'm not, because I'm going to assume that I know what they are since I commit them sometimes.
Everything's legal. Everything's permitted.
Hey, you're my best friend.
Broken them all at one
Even
point.
with a check that horrible, the biggest things about Touchstone is that everything is legal, by and large, except for murder and outright thievery.
Okay. Perfect.
But you also know that it has a history of killing people for random reasons.
Okay.
Depends on the magistrate.
Also
They can be
good.
bought.
All right, well then, I believe we have a direction we want to go, which is into the mine.
Okay, how many of you actually have dark vision?
I have super dark vision.
I got super dark vision.
I've got 60 feet.
I have super dark vision.
Escanor, you have 120 feet.
Yeah.
I match him.
Yes.
As long as you take the glasses off. If you don't take the glasses off, you have no dark vision.
Oh, he's like
I'll
Riddick.
take them off once we're in the mine.
Regular. I'm 60 feet apparently.
Yeah, you're regular. He's like Riddick.
Ragnar, do you have dark vision?
Not that I see.
Yeah, I don't think you get it innately.
I'll hold his hand.
Oh, perfect.
We have rope, right? We can tie a
maybe
noose
I'll
around
just
him.
sit on. Maybe I'll just sit on Gref's back. He owes me for dragging him for so long.
I don't think Gref has dark vision either.
I'll hold Gref's hand. Gref hold Ragnar.
No, Gref will not have dark vision. I know that
Oh.
one.
I just didn't want to walk.
I hold
we-
Gref's hand. Gref hold Ragnar.
Did we rest before this session happened?
You didn't really have time for a rest, no.
Okay, we should rest before we go in the mines because I have
Within the mines.
one hit point.
Man, y'all getting hit so much. I'm max still.
I am
How
also
many-
back through DM Fiat.
How many people don't have dark vision?
Mr. Ragnar and Mr. Gref, you're barbarians. You're frontline fighters.
Okay,
Well, I
I
mean,
can
everyone's
give,
pretty much a frontline fighter, I suppose.
I can help them out once we get in there.
Yay!
You got dancing light spells or what?
Yep.
Nice.
Good old Paladin.
Don't feel bad. I'll make everybody in there realize darkness.
Is there a barracks in here by any chance?
There is a barracks, yeah.
Could I see what they have for weapons and armor and that?
If you're looking for an armory, that'd be different from a barracks, good sir. Barracks is where they crash for the night.
Armory then, whatever.
The armory is one of the other buildings. It's one of the low squat ones. It's armory / kitchen. You can see that there's a bunch of butchered and preserved meat off to one side, and just a pile, and I mean a literal pile of weapons of every description: swords, short swords, bows, long bows, daggers, quarterstaffs, even the odd like kunai and glaive. Really, most of them are in poor repair and are pitted and rusted, though.
Unfortunate. All right.
I'm going to make note of how that business outside of the compound is going.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be turning angry, if that's what you're worried about.
Okay, well then I want to go to the barracks and fucking nap.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the armory / kitchen, make myself a sandwich real quick.
All right. You guys are going to take a quick short break then? A short rest,
Yeah.
sorry?
Yeah.
So
I
go ahead and
have
spend
a
however many hit dice you
question for
want.
You're
What
making
was
a
that,
double
Mr.
pound
Escanor?
with meat as the bread.
I'm gonna stock up on preserves and food.
All right. Sorry, Chase, your mic is really faint. I can barely hear you when you talk.
It says he's muted on my screen.
Yeah.
1 sec. It might be longer than 1 sec. I gotta go into the mic
Yeah,
settings in this.
Are we just taking a short rest or a long rest?
Short.
Okay.
So spend as many hit dice as you want. Keep in mind you will regain half of them after the next long rest.
Not a problem.
That was not good.
Yeah, I know. But at least it's actually a 4 because of my dwarven toughness. That one's better.
Mm-hmm.
So what am I at? That was 4, so 5 plus 10.
16. 15.
Yeah, 15. I'll leave the last one for now.
Okay. Anyone else spending any hit dice?
Okay,
Nope.
did that.
No, I should be
Okay.
fine.
Or am I still super quiet?
You
Oh,
you sound fine right now, yeah.
Okay, cool. Do I have all my abilities and stuff right now?
Absolutely, you were fully rested. You were just waiting for the right time to take him down and didn't have a chance to enter combat. So you're fully rested and fine.
Cool. I'll take
Sound-
it.
Sounds like me last time we had an encounter. I just slept.
Jerk.
A sleep spell is different from waiting for the opportune moment.
And getting sapped in the face.
Okay. So as you guys kind of wait the hour or so, in the distance you can see, after about the hour, you can see that the camps aren't really going anywhere. A few of the bandits do walk towards the place. You recognize them as 3 of the bandits that left. They kind of wave at you, make no aggressive motions, and then leave again.
I have my hood up before they come back.
It's fair.
You said they walked up, waved, and then left?
They walked about half the distance, waved, and then left, yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. They already have all the information I wanted them to have.
Okay. So you guys are deciding that you wish to go into the mines, yeah?
That seems to be correct.
Yep.
All right. So as you guys kind of gather your stuff up, it is quickly approaching dusk at this point after the rest that you've had, and you get everything all packed up from being splayed out, either relaxing or making sandwiches or what have you. And as everything's packed up, you head towards the mine. Now, the mine itself isn't covered. It's just this gaping hole pretty close to the back center of the compound. And you can see there are steps cut into it. Relatively well done. Not shoddy work at the very worst. There is a rail that runs along the side as well, and it's in good condition. It's a much better condition than most of the buildings, actually.
I cast mage spell. Or mage armor.
All right. Sounds good.
Is there a minecart for those rails?
At this end, there is not. No.
Shoot. I was going to take the easy way down.
I'm gonna
So-
put a dancing lights on whoever can't see.
I thought it was like a handrail, not a minecart rail.
It is a minecart rail, yeah. And yeah, so as you cast your dancing light spell, what color do you want it to be?
I forget which colors I can use. Hold on. Give me a second.
Any color you want.
Oh.
Make it like freaking blue and yellow so that it makes it green if they're together or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you give a quick motion, and a green light and a yellow light tend to, or kind of hover around Griff and Ragnar. So blue light
Can
and a
you
yellow
warn
light.
Graf before you do that?
Are you gonna warn
Yeah.
Graf?
Yeah, I'll warn Gruff.
Okay.
Graf gets spooked easy.
Yes, I do.
I thank thee, Escanor. I can see.
Worries.
So as you guys head into the mine itself, for Griff, it's particularly terrifying. The tunnels were not built for an 8-foot-tall Goliath. You're nearly scraping your head at some points in the uneven ceiling. As you walk down the path, the stairs just seem to go for a long time. There are no real rest stops or anything like that, and the stairs start to reach a deeper incline. After about a half an hour walk, pretty much straight down the stairs, you come to a level, even plateau. And oddly enough, beneath your feet, the ground has become paved with stone, cobblestone. You can see in the distance that there are a few branching paths, only one with a minecart. The other two seem to be fancier and cobbled.
So which path should we go?
I listen and see if I can hear anything.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I hear nothing.
You hear the faintest sounds of wind whistling but you can't tell what direction.
Mostly just breath breathing.
Yeah.
'Twas a long walk.
Which path looks more used?
Go get you roll an investigation check for that one. They are cobbled, so it's harder to tell.
I'll help him with that.
Okay, so Mr. Chase, tick the thing that says
Investigate.
advantage, or just roll it twice. Go ahead and roll it twice because you take the higher number. Definitely want the 17. You can tell from based on what's on the ground. The most worn path is definitely the central one, which is the one the minecart goes through, or the mine rail goes through, and becomes dirt after a little while. The two paths to the left and right actually have seen more use recently. You can tell because some of the scuffs on the stone still smudge when you run a hand across them.
I'm going to relay this to the party.
Could we be able to see if they're humanoid or goblin footprints?
They are not footprints; they're scuffs on stone.
Oh, scuffs.
Yeah.
Oh, so we wouldn't be able to tell. Okay.
No.
I say go left.
Left hand roulette. All right.
Yep.
Griff says go right, and then he points left.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Sure.
I was gonna say, what direction do each of these mines lay? Northwest, south, east, per trail.
I will get you to roll a general intelligence, or you're a dwarf. Do you have the stone cutting trait?
We all do. It's dwarves.
Okay,
Yeah.
then go ahead and roll that check, please.
And which check? Sorry.
Stone cutting.
Stone cutting check.
Stone cutting check.
Expertise on origin of stonework.
So you just click on it, or what?
Add your intelligence and your proficiency and roll a d20.
Intelligence and proficiency, and roll a d20. So
The intelligence save works. That's 21. Based on the way that you were headed down into the dungeon, or down into the mines, the tunnels themselves are running essentially straight into the mountain. They're heading pretty much perfectly northwest. Or, sorry, northeast.
And which direction is Touchstone again?
Touchstone is west from here.
So go left. Would
So
be
left.
taking us west.
Left will be taking us west to Touchstone. So I'll relay that information over.
Can we see anything down the pathways?
You can see a fair distance into it. It's mostly just dark and shadowy. Nothing particularly illuminating.
Okay. It's dark and shadowy even for me.
Yeah, you have a good 120 feet of vision, even beyond like the dim light and stuff. But it's you can't see too far in the distance now.
Okay.
It's not magical. It's just it seems to go straight for a while, so it's hard to tell what's at the very end.
That's fair.
Griff will push his way to the front of the party and start walking towards the left path.
Okay. So you guys walk for a fair bit, and you continue to walk.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for traps.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna help him with that.
I'm famously good at these.
I'm gonna help him with that.
Okay, go ahead and roll with advantage.
I'm gonna roll double ones just to spite you. Damn it.
I was gonna say, knowing my luck, yeah, I'd give it to you, and it would be double ones.
Okay. So you folks walk. You don't see any traps at all. But the unchanging stone stays the same for an hour, and then 2. That turns to 3. And by the time it hits 4 hours of walking in a monotonous straight line, you begin to flag and feel tired. Some of you consider setting up camp for the night, even. I would suppose.
Can I make an intelligence check?
Looking for what?
To make sure that this isn't a trap in and of itself, like a magical trap.
Go ahead and make an intelligence save with disadvantage.
I mean, I'm good at intelligence checks. I'm proficient. Oh, that was with advantage, so I guess it's the 4.
As you take a look around and you feel the stone, it's too solid, too real to be a trap, as far as you're aware.
Okay.
As you guys settle in for the night, unless you want to push forward and risk exhaustion.
Nope.
I think we should sit down and
Okay.
rest.
It's not hard to kind of set off to the side and just start eating and relaxing. Maybe even talking amongst yourselves a bit more. But I'll get everyone to take days off their rations, please.
How many days did I fill up when I looted the...
Personally, I have enough for an extra 6 days.
Perfect.
So how much
Many
does
rations.
everybody else have?
No one else went and specifically looted the kitchen. You should each have 6 left, seeing as this is the 5th day, the end of the 5th day, since the start.
So I should have 12?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, what have I done?
I just wrote 6 rations.
Oh, we lost somebody.
Tristan.
Okay. The night itself passes with relatively unnerving quiet. And I'll get everyone to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
That is incredibly rude, Devin.
Oh, hey, I rolled pretty good.
Intelligence save or intelligence check?
Intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
That's better.
That's fitting.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Graf, as you kind of wake up in the morning, you find yourself just bleeding at the nose for no reason. You're going to take 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
As you guys sit here underneath the ground, it begins to feel dark and heavy down here. You've been in mines before, but never ones like this. It's just unending monotony.
That was at the end of the long rest, right?
Yep, that was at the end of the long rest.
I'm going to use that last hit die of mine.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, well, I go up to that, and then is it half rounded down or up when we regen them?
It's rounded down.
Okay, so I just regain 1.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is anyone
Can
gonna
I roll?
go ahead?
I guess we'll go back on the trail after packing up.
Okay. As you guys kind of stand up and you start walking away, I will get everyone to roll a perception check, please.
Out of game, I'm totally not convinced about this tunnel.
Oh, come on. This is a low-level trap. Come on now.
Okay. All right. Wow, that was an amazing perception check.
Right?
-1. Okay, 1 sec. I'm going to talk to the people who actually passed. All right, good sir. So you see as you're getting up that there are a bevy of mushrooms right where you were laying that weren't there before.
Have I seen these mushrooms before?
They are otherworldly. They're like these vibrant purple and blue, and regardless of how you point them out to other people, they don't see them.
Can I pick one?
Yeah, absolutely you can. It gives you a small shock to the touch.
Just like putting your finger on a electrode or on a.
It's like licking a battery.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
And just one sec. It was also... So, you see as you're kind of packing stuff up, Mr. Ragnar, that there are these mushrooms, like a lot of them, right from where you were sleeping, like underneath you kind of thing. All of them are these brilliant shades of purple.
Could I do... I think it's a nature check on them?
Absolutely you could.
Uh,
You've never heard of these mushrooms. You've never seen them. And the weirdest thing is that nobody seems to realize what you're talking about. Even when you point them out, they just don't see them.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird. Okay.
Isn't that just?
That is very weird. I don't know what else. If I'm trying to point it out and they don't notice, I don't know what else to do.
No, that's fair. All right.
Fuck, I get disadvantage on ability checks. Darn it.
All right, so coming back to everybody, you guys pack up your stuff and begin heading out for the day. And
No butterfly graph, I lied.
sorry?
I said no butterfly graph, I lied.
No. You start to hear in the distance faint, you'd almost say whispers.
All of us?
Can
All of you.
I
Yeah.
do a, what is it, perception to try to hear in, see what exactly they're saying, what they're whispering?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna help him.
Yep.
A
17.
It's gorgeous. Okay, so Escanor, you kind of you lean in with him, and between the two, you begin discussing the whispers that you hear in the dark. And it's going to be another whispering thing from me, so you guys enjoy a couple minutes of chilling. All right, so Mr. Ragnar, you begin to hear the whispers, and they start to tell you how pleased they would be if they could pluck each scale off of your skin and rip out your nails and tear out your eyes. You hear all these terrible things in the darkness, everything promising bloodshed and gore. And you're going to take 1 point of psychic damage.
Ouch. I don't like it.
No.
I'm uneasy about that.
All right, so Mr. Escanor, as you lead in and you begin listening with Ragnar as to what could possibly be causing these whispers and noises, you begin to hear them promising you visions of glory and redemption, of gold and silver and jewels, everything you can ever desire, as long as you just give up your vengeance. Enjoy.
I refuse. I refuse.
So I'm going to look at Escanor and promptly ask him if he heard what I heard.
I don't know. What'd you hear?
Very unpleasantness. I don't feel like I want to go further down.
I was promised gold and riches and anything I could ever want. But I have to give up my quest, and I'm not going to do that.
I was promised to have every scale on my skin plucked while my eyes are also gouged out. I don't think we should go further.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Scaredy pants.
I like the idea of someone strong to fight, but
I don't know what we're fighting and what we're going into, though. And this is a dark tunnel where...
Devin, I want to
Anything
do an
can happen.
Arcana check to see if anything with mushrooms and promises comes to mind.
Go for it.
Monstrously.
But again,
Nope.
what it promised me isn't something I want, so I will follow whatever the group decides.
That is fantastic, amazing check, good sir. It was
The third one, the third four.
So you have no idea what those two things could possibly have in common. None.
Fair enough.
Speaking of mushrooms, I read an article today about a guy who injected mushroom
Yes.
tea into his veins, and it turns out there was mushrooms growing in his blood,
Yes, I read that as well.
shutting down his organs. That's so messed up.
If I speak to the whispers, will they speak back?
They don't seem to respond to you now.
Okay. Well, there goes my idea of persuading them.
Can I listen in now that they're talking openly about whispers?
You don't hear anything, actually. Not anymore.
Oh.
It seems to have gone.
Oh, cool. Guys, I don't think it's anything to be worried about. We can go in. Or we can go
They're
back.
making it up.
I mean, something doesn't feel right about this tunnel. I can't put my finger on it.
Oh, I can put my finger on it. So far, I'm not liking it. I don't know what the hell it is that
Will the tunnel
they are doing.
Well, we know
will
it's
the
checking the other
go
tunnel.
back?
Okay, I'm going to get everyone just to roll a flat d20, please.
5 and add them together, or do you want
How do I
them
do that?
separate?
Oh, never mind.
Just separate. Fine.
Five.
Why are you
D20?
rolling 5d20?
No, he said a flat D20.
Oh, a flat D20.
Yeah.
Not
Flat.
5D funny.
Yeah.
I definitely heard 5d20.
So did
I
I.
heard flat.
I heard
Okay.
5d20. I'll take the nat 20 I rolled.
You want to take the nat 20 you rolled?
I don't know now. Now you
I mean,
spooked me.
I'm taking the nat 20 I rolled.
It's true.
I'll take a nat 20.
Okay. And rocks?
I rolled a 12.
Perfect. So
Takes average.
Yalak and Bryn, you'll both take a point of damage. You're not sure what happened. You just feel this haze come over your mind for a moment. And it feels like some of this drained a little bit of your energy from you.
I'm already tired. Let's go back.
We press on.
Well, what does the rest of the party want to do?
Screw them.
I already said I don't want to go further down. Like, whatever the hell this is, it's going to keep doing this to us, and we don't know how far this mine shaft is, and we're going to have a hard time sleeping after a while.
I bled for this mission.
You punched yourself in your sleep.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
You do.
Yeah, you can.
All right, so I'm hearing like 2 against, and 1 for. But anyone else going to weigh in?
I am
I'll go with
indifferent
Jordan.
in this regard.
Yeah, I'm indifferent.
I'm very curious at what has everybody afraid.
So sorry, Bryn, you're saying keep going?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Gref leads.
You guys continue on
know,
for what seems to be
as-
hours again.
As Bryn says that, I'll throw him a potion of healing so he can feel a little bit better.
And the hours kind of tick by again. Eventually it just becomes drudgery. You walk for an easy 8 hours, and there's no change until you feel a sudden shift in the temperature. It's stayed relatively the same the entire time, but now it seems to be getting colder. And as you kind of see up in the distance, for those of you who have 120 feet of dark vision, the darkness seems to change slightly. You can see steps again leading down into the darkness.
There's stairs up ahead.
Wait, what kind of stairs?
They go down, right?
Yep,
Oh.
they look like stone stairs going down.
Must mean we're getting close.
Bryn, did you take your potion of healing?
Yeah, I took it. I put it in my pack because I don't quite need it yet.
10-4. Just making sure.
Now, as you guys head towards the stairs and you stand at the cusp of them, you can see, for those of you who have 120 feet of dark vision, this it's just this wide open space with walls to the side of you that extend outward in a sort of semicircle, or at least as far as you can tell. For those with 60 feet, it's much the same, only it's a smaller little area you get. The room itself is half faded into darkness, and then you can see these flickering lights just sort of pop up here and there. Dozens of these little faint white bursts of light that first throw off whatever dark vision you have, but eventually light the area in sort of this ambient glow. You can see it's this almost perfectly spherical room. Your door consists of these steps that go to the center. There's a small little flat section at the very bottom, and then stairs that lead up to another door in the distance.
Everybody can see that, or only the people at 120?
At the moment, because the bright lights, kind of like the little flickering lights, have made it very bright in here, almost like noontime up above. Everyone can see that.
You want to go look at the
Oh,
door?
except me. If it's that bright.
Yeah.
My glasses back on.
Sorry, one at a time. Gref.
I'm gonna chase the lights.
Okay, Bryn.
I'm gonna draw my dagger and kind of move slowly into the room.
Okay, Escanor.
I'm gonna put my glasses back on and dissipate the dancing lights.
Okay. So, Gref, you just kind of leap into the room trying to catch those little guys, and you immediately feel the stinging sensation almost all over your body as warmth is literally ripped from you and you're left feeling cold on the inside. You're going to take 5 points of cold damage as the vitality is just sucked out of your body. Bryn, you making your way carefully down. You actually see what happens to Gref. Out of the shadow of two of these lights, these thin little creatures, just pitch black and inky, just stab into and rip away bits of his flesh.
Huh. I'm going to throw a dagger at one of them.
Okay. Go ahead and throw. Resistance to cold damage. You take 2 points of damage instead.
Okay.
Okay. So you toss, and it manages to... You can see the dagger hit something, but it's insubstantial as it kind of passes right through and clinks off the ground. You can hear the faintest little screech, almost like a squeak, more than anything.
Wow. I'm just going to redraw another dagger and then just stand there and watch.
Okay.
I am going to summon me crumpet stick.
All right. Crumpin' Stick has been summoned.
I'm going to draw my long sword.
And then I will carefully walk down the steps.
Okay. At this point, I will get everyone to roll initiative, please, as everyone kind of steps into the room. Ragnar for the win.
Yay!
Wow, we all didn't do too bad.
My initiative modifier is 0.
Yep, it is 0. You can just poke the initiative thing and it'll do it for you. There you go.
Just
Wow, everyone is just rocking it except for Rocks.
Haha.
Yeah, but even that's still above average. That's still pretty good.
That's a below average roll, but
No, it's
brought it up.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Hey, it's better than what I normally get. I normally get a 7, 9, 3.
I'm normally at like 8.
Bialik and Escanor, one of you has to go first. You guys decide. Bialik, Escanor, me too. Am I just not hearing?
Maybe he's freezing.
I don't hear him, but he's talking.
Yeah, I don't hear Tristan either.
No.
Well, I mean, I did put my mute on, so like, I don't care who goes first.
Yeah,
Okay, so Escanor, you're going to go first then. Not first isn't first overall, but first before him. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the way combat works, but we can walk you through it pretty easy.
Cool.
Okay. So as you guys are looking at these creatures that's going to be popping up out of the ground and trying to attack your party members at random, Ragnar, you're the first one to respond. What do you want to do?
I am going. Well, the nearest one is by Griff, right?
That you can tell, yes.
Okay. I am going to rage,
Okay.
and then I'm going to run up to the nearest one, which happens to be by Griff.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to go around him if I have enough moving,
Okay.
and flank him, and then take a swing with my longsword.
All right. You do not have advantage.
Okay, that's fine. Well,
Okay, so you swing and you swear you hit the creature, but your blade passes right through without even leaving a mark.
okay.
All right. Bryn.
I also have, since my C thing is on, at the end of each of my turns, I can choose which creature in my order, other than myself.
Yeah. Takes damage.
Roll a dex save.
Yeah, I will fail that.
Okay. That's 2d6 lightning.
It's a D6, isn't it?
The target takes 2d6 on a failed save, half on damage on a successful one.
Shouldn't it be at level 5 that it increases to 2d6?
No, I copied and pasted this.
Sorry, just 1 sec. That seems to be a tad bit ridiculous to me that it's 2d6 off the get-go. Just going to double check.
Because then it's 3d6 at level 10 and 4d6 at level 15. That's what it says right here.
It's the C is 1d6 it's actually 1d6 and then 2d6 at 10, 3d6 at 15, and 4d6 at 20.
Oh, and the one I have online was wrong. Yeah, because I just went online and then just copied and pasted.
Yeah, I'm pulling directly from Xanathar's guide. It's 1d6, good sir, not 2d6. So I'll take the 4, just cause.
Yep. I'll fix that.
So as you go to strike at the creature, you do definitely miss it, and then you feel this anger build up inside you, and little strikes of lightning come out of nowhere, arcing off of your person, and smite the tiny little thing.
Mounted.
All right, then it's their turn. The shadow that's between you
Hold
and
on.
Gref
I didn't get
just
to go.
vanishes. Oh, sorry, no, Bryn, you're right.
Yeah. I have that other dagger drawn. That one that he hit, did it die?
Nope, it's still there, squirming in a little pile of shadow.
Oh yeah. Don't know what to do about the puddle of shadow, but there's more that's around him, right?
You can see about 5, definitely 5 puddles of shadow kind of writhing, and that's about all they're doing right now.
Oh, okay. There's none around me, right?
No, none.
Okay. Puddle of shadow, so if I'm throwing a dagger at it, it's probably going to be disadvantaged because it's on the ground.
Yep, technically it's considered prone.
Well, then I'm going to run right up to it and fucking just put a dagger in it.
All right, go ahead. You will not have advantage.
Okay.
Don't worry about
Even
it.
if no matter what, even if I'm flanking and the fact that it's on the ground
Yep,
and it's technically prone.
yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, as long as they're within 5 feet of it, anyways, I get my.
Yes,
sneak
you
attack.
still get your sneak attack off.
Okay. 16 hit it.
16 will hit.
Oh my god! Terrible rolls.
Okay,
So
you
it's
actually managed, as you strike the creature, you can tell that your blade didn't do a whole lot of damage, but you can feel like you hit something solid, even though it was just a shadowy mass. You hear a faint tink, and you can see a little piece of crystal breaks away from the shadow.
Oh, it's crystalline.
All right, so the creature is going
I
to...
also have a bonus attack.
Oh, you do. You're right.
As a bonus, I'm going to go look, there's something there, and I'm going to. Who's next in the turn order? Is it?
As far as you're aware, the person who looks like they can react best would be Escanor.
Okay. I'm gonna give him the help action to attack that, so he gets advantage on it,
All right. Yep, that works.
and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. So the creatures that you see, all 5 of them kind of simultaneously just push into the ground and vanish. And then you're gonna feel a faint sting, Mr. Bryn. It's not actually going to hurt you at all because I can't roll very well right now.
Oh, good.
Right. Gref, you're going to feel another kind of attack come at you. It is going to miss. Same with Rocks. It's going to miss. I'm just going to roll on something else because apparently I'm not doing it.
That's fine. I don't mind you missing.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Keep going.
This is good.
Yalek. Yeah, Yalek, you do get hit.
No. Go back to your other dice.
You're going to take 4 points of cold damage as the creature kind of pops up out of the ground and makes a tearing motion towards you. It doesn't touch your skin, but you can feel energy leaving your body.
That's not really nice, actually.
Okay, Bryn. And then another one's going to appear next to Ragnar and make a swing for him, but something seems to go off for it. It doesn't make the attack fully. Escanor.
How many actions in?
So the way your turn's going to break down is you have an action which you can use to cast most spells, get an attack off, that kind of thing. You have a bonus action if you have a spell that can use a bonus action, or any abilities that use bonus actions, you can use it. If you don't have an action or an ability that uses a bonus action, it just kind of goes to waste. And then you have a movement action, which you can use to move around.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Nice. That's good.
That's actually helpful, yeah.
Is this your first time playing D&D?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a really good first move for a
Yeah.
person.
No, that's amazing.
Okay, so you spend your action conjuring up a fairy fire. That means that everybody who is in the area, which will be Gref, Rox, Yalek, Bryn, and Ragnar, all of you need to make a dexterity-based saving throw.
Doesn't it just work on enemy?
Nope, works on everybody.
Any
Oh.
creature in the area.
The dex, you said?
Yep. Okay, so the only one who fails is Rox. So out of the creatures that you see, 4 of them actually light up in this kind of scarlety looking fire that doesn't seem to affect them too horrendously, but now you can see that the creatures themselves have this faint shadowy outline with a crystalline core that's roughly the size of a fist, and that's also kind of outlined. You guys will have advantage again on attacking them because this does not help them. And then Rox, you are also outlined in that faintly reddish fire.
Well, I know it's not dangerous because I saw Gref covered in it, so I will frown a bit, but I know it's not dangerous.
I like to describe fairy fire as a glitter bomb.
Pretty much.
That's amazing.
I'm fabulous.
I didn't know that, so I was kind of confused as to what the spell was.
So
It's
there's this big area, like pretty much the entire bottom of the sphere is now, like all the little details you can see almost perfectly crisply and clearly because it's outlined in this scarlet fire that came from Escanor.
That's amazing.
Pretty.
That's wicked.
So Escanor, do you want to move from the top of the stairs or do you just kind of want to stay there?
I don't know where everyone is. Are there any of them near me?
Most of everyone went down to try and tackle the creatures down there. Actually, Rox, you wouldn't have been in the area. You haven't gone yet.
Nope.
Neither have I.
So, Rox and Yalik, you are fine.
Woohoo! I like this better.
Right. All right. So, but yeah, you can kind of go down. Bryn, Gref, and Ragnar are all down there at the very, very bottom.
I'm gonna join them.
Okay, so you kind of walk down the stairs, keeping your eye out for any of those creatures. None of them attack you on your way down, thankfully. It'll be the end of your turn, good sir. So then it will be Yalik.
So how close is the nearest person to me?
The nearest person would be Rox. The nearest creature is right behind you.
Behind me.
Yep.
Well, then I'll flip around and I'll try to attack that dude behind me because I can see that he's crystallized now, right?
Yes, you can. Do you have any weapons that are... Never mind. So you're going to make a swing with your quarterstaff first, right?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
That's all I got, so...
Okay, you go to strike the creature, and you hear the solid thunk as you hit the crystal, and it doesn't seem to do anything at all.
Okay, and then as my bonus action, I just punch him.
Do you have advantage or no?
Yep.
He
I
does
do
have advantage. I will say that bludgeoning weapons seem to have absolutely no effect on the creature.
Cool, so I can do absolutely nothing, folks.
Try and grab the crystal.
On the next go round, you totally can try to grapple it. Yeah.
Okay, and fold.
Okay, then it will be Gref.
All right. So I get to finally use this new mechanic. First of all, I'm going to rage.
Yep.
And when I rage, I'm going to do this.
Okay, you frenzy rage. Yep.
Yep. And then I'm going to swing at it with my great axe.
Okay, don't forget that you do have a single level of exhaustion at the moment from not being able to sleep well.
Yeah, so disadvantage on abilities, right?
It should be just abilities. I'm going to double check that real quick.
Yeah, I think it's just ability checks.
Yeah.
I got it here.
Yeah, it's just ability checks.
Yep.
Okay.
So I will. Do I swing with advantage then, because of the fairy fire?
Yeah.
Yep, you do.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, I was just double checking on stuff. Yes, you managed to actually hit the crystal that's kind of like floating in the middle of the creature. It's actually going to be 16 points of damage, slashing, which is not quite enough to finish it off, but you definitely cut off a faint slice of this creature. You can see the crystal go tink, tink, tink off into the darkness. That was the one that was attacking you, wasn't it? Nope, that one is dead. You managed to shatter the crystal into about 100 different pieces.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I just let out a big roar after.
Okay.
And then that'll be my turn.
Yeah, that's fair because you already used your bonus action to rage. So that will then go to Rox.
How far is one of the little shadow things?
There's one at your feet.
Oh, I'm gonna smack it with my gnarly looking crumpet stick.
Go for it.
Your hexblade too.
Okay, you swing as hard as you can on the creature, and it doesn't seem to have any effect.
But, never mind.
Minty? Okay. So like one of these?
Okay. Alright, then it will go... If that's all you're going to do on your turn, good sir?
Yep, turn out.
Okay. It's going to go back to the top of the round with Ragnar.
Well, I'm going to, since the one Gref just annihilated, what's the next nearest one to me?
The next nearest one would be the one next to Bryn.
I will run after the one next to Bryn.
Okay, it's pretty much like a quick 10-foot step to get around Bryn and attack the creature.
Okay, I'm going to attack with my longsword.
All right.
Do I get advantage?
You do have advantage.
Since we can see those little lovely little...
That's a critical hit.
Perfect. So I'm assuming that'll kill it.
This one actually has not been injured, so it doesn't kill it. No.
Motherfucker. All right. Well, it can make a dex save now.
So that is a total of 15 for 7 points, and then a dex save. It will fail the dex save, so a d6 of thunder damage. Okay, so you swing at the creature, you chip its core, and then little bits of lightning come from the sky, the ceiling, really strike it, and it explodes again in a puff of glass. Mr. Bryn.
Is there another one beside me?
No, he just shattered the one that was attacking you. The closest one to you now will be the one that... One of the ones attacking Rox or Yalak all the way up the stairs.
There's one more there's two more that are affected by fairy fire, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go to the closest one. I think it would be...
It'll be the one attacking Escanor. I'm sorry, not Escanor. The one attacking Yalak.
Okay. Closest one attacking Yalak affected by fairy fire. It's going to get a dagger to the gem.
All right, go for it.
Dagger to in his gems.
Don't you know it's rude to hit a guy in the gems?
Yeah. That's why I'm doing it.
He don't care.
Oh, sorry. I have advantage. Whoops. Oh, it's good.
I take the 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
You will, because you have advantage, that's also a sneak attack, good sir.
Yep. Yeah. I have my sneak attack on a separate roll.
That is a very nice sneak attack. Okay. So you managed to come at the creature, and knowing exactly where the crystal is, you hit it, and you can see the little like break lines kind of run across it, and all those start to leak a little scarlet flame as well. You haven't killed it, but you've definitely injured it.
I'm going to pull the other dagger and make it this. No, I'm not. I'm going to, at Escanor, tell him, hit the gem. Because he's got one right beside him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to help him.
All right. It will go to the creature's turns. So the creatures where they are now, they just kind of sink into the ground again and reappear, attacking Rox, Yalak, and Bryn.
Woohoo!
No. I just rolled a 4, a 5, and a 6. So
It's amazing.
Keep doing that. This is the only combat I haven't gone unconscious so far in.
Yeah, you're doing good. I'm proud of you.
So the creatures kind of reach up and try to tear away at the energy that kind of binds you together, and they miss horribly. So Escanor, you're up.
Hold on. Who's the squishiest that I can tell?
Squishiest ally or squishiest enemy?
Ally.
You'd have to say your squishiest enemy, or sorry, squishiest ally is probably Bryn.
Bryn?
Based on what you can see.
Okay. And he's getting attacked right now, yes?
He is, yep.
Okay, give me a sec. I gotta find one that's...
So there are a couple things you can do. You can take time to use your channel divinity, of course, to make everything kind of scared of you. You're not sure it's going to be super useful in this circumstance. You can make just a regular attack with your longsword. You could burn one of your spell slots to turn that attack into a smite if you so desire. You could cast a spell to cure somebody or use heroism. If you don't think anyone's really been seriously injured, it might not be a great idea to waste that. So there are a couple of different options you can take.
So one of the things that's happened is I've given you help on the enemy that's right in front of you. So you have advantage to attack that guy.
That guy would have vanished and reappeared next to you.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So if you run up and attack the guy that's next to me, that would be of more help. Especially because you have advantage, you can choose to smite him after the attack lands.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, and that's the huge thing that paladins are great at is smites.
It's true.
Okay. Yeah, I'll run up and smack it. I have to find my buttons now.
Yeah, no worries.
It's all good. It's all good.
Take your time.
So there is going to be a little option at the top of your character sheet that says advantage, disadvantage, normal. So just tap advantage, and then tap your attack.
That would be my longsword.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, and then you're going to roll 3d8.
Oof.
Okay. So you attack the creature, and you can tell your sword doesn't do much damage. But then there's this bit of flare-up of holy energy. As it strikes the creature, it just disappears. Just flashes away. And you feel dirty, almost. Like this creature was something unholy.
Okay.
Okay. It will go to Yalak.
So the dude that's closest to me has been attacked already, right?
Yes.
And with the fairy magic thingy, we can see that they've got that crystal heart inlay thing.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go for straight up grapple of the heart.
Okay, you can actually, because you're a monk, you can do it as part of one of your actions. So you can make your first attack to actually just be an attack that uses a grapple, and then your second attack can be like punch the crystal when it's in your hand.
So first attack will be like an unarmed strike to see if I can grab it.
It'll be an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice, to grapple.
Okay.
You will definitely successfully grapple. You literally reach into the shadow, grab the crystal, and you yank it out, and that kind of miasma gets pulled with it, and you can feel cold radiating down your arm. You will take a single point of cold damage as this thing starts to freeze your limbs.
And then my second go is just a straight up punch to it, basically.
Yep. So you take it, and first you think, I might punch it. And then you realize it might be more effective just to take the crystal and smash it on the ground. So you smash it and then grind it into little bits of dust underneath your feet.
Perfect.
Okay, there's only one left. He has not been affected by the fairy fire. That is going to Gref. You're muted, good sir.
Beautiful. All right. And do I have enough movement to get to it this turn?
Absolutely, you do.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm in my frenzied rage,
Mhm.
and I want a reckless attack.
Okay.
So does that still give me advantage?
Yes, it would still give you advantage.
Okay. And I'm going to do the 2 hits. So I'll do 1 first.
That'll definitely hit for a lot of
God.
damage. That's actually going to be 17 points of damage. Yep. Jeez. Okay, and your second attack?
And I'll swing my second one.
Do we still have advantage?
Yep, he still has advantage because he's attacking recklessly.
Okay.
Which is a barbarian ability. It's awesome.
The downside is everyone else gets advantage on him.
So you take one big swing and you cleave the crystal in half, and both halves just stay there for a moment, and then you take it and you just bat both halves into the side of the room as they explode into crystal powder. You guys start to calm down from combat, and you realize that you think they're all gone.
Take a quick survey of the room.
Yeah, I'd like to do a quick check of the room before we get too settled.
I'm just gonna go pick up my other dagger that I threw the first hit.
Would it be better for me to take my time or just do a perception check?
Go ahead and do a perception check if you'd like. Escanor, what were you saying?
I want a perception check as well. Make sure there's nothing around.
Okay, go ahead.
I'd like to take a peek at the crystals and what they were made of, doing all that other shit that goes along with it.
Okay, go ahead and roll an Arcana check on them if you'd like.
I got a 13, though, Devin.
You don't see anything around the room that would raise your suspicions. You don't think anything else is going to come at you or hurt you. And nothing about the room is really that special. As you kind of kill the shadows, the lights dimmed a little bit, and that was it. As for the crystals, you take a look at them, and as you're touching them, they feel still like very, very cold to the touch. You haven't seen anything like this before, although you may have heard of shadow foci. They're just like little summons for necromancers. Tiny little dudes that go do their bidding.
I'm going to collect as many as I can and just kind of throw them in my pockets.
Okay, most of them are in bits and pieces, little like slivers of crystal. It will probably rip through your clothing and backpack. It might not be a good idea.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
After my rage ends, I'm going to fight to catch my breath as I take another level of exhaustion.
Yeah, you're at 2.
Yep.
Which means speed halved.
Yep.
Okay.
I got nothing to help with that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This area.
Good job, Graf. Good job.
This area is all stonework around us, right?
It is. Yep.
I'm gonna do a. I'm just gonna look around and examine the stonework because I have stone cutting, and it means I get to double my proficiency.
I'm gonna stealth to the door and see if I hear anything on the other side.
Okay.
I mean, I can join him in that stone cutting, so.
Advantage then.
Advantage. So I gotta add 2 to this roll.
Okay.
24.
24. All right. I got something for you. Rox, go ahead and roll a perception check at the top of the stairs. You definitely feel like something's watching you at the top of the stairs. It might just be your imagination, but you're not sure. Bryn, as you kind of take a look at these stonework, you and Y'all kind of piece together, like, oh, I think this came from here and that came from there, blah, blah, blah. And you, between the two of you, you decide that this is almost impossibly old stone. It's from no civilization you've ever heard tell of. There are no maker's marks to tell you who put it into place, but even though it's so old, it still fits together seamlessly. This would rival even dwarven construction, although you'll never admit it.
I'm getting a clue. It's like that stonework that was in that inn, that under that inn.
Yep.
Because that was also like flawless shit that we could never replicate.
Yep. No, it's exactly it.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't figure it out before. Now we can't figure it out again.
Just getting a raging clue. Cool. All right.
So we're on the right path.
Yeah.
Yep. I assume that.
I assume it as well. Do you want to tell everybody else?
Oh yeah.
Okay, 10-4.
Yeah, we're on the right path. All this shit, same shit that we saw in the inn.
At the end. Yep.
At very least, maybe like underground city. So it's connected at very least.
So as you folks decide to debate all that good stuff, do you want to go forward or go back?
Forward.
We might as well just go forward.
Okay. You guys choose to continue on. And as you continue walking into the darkness, another few hours go by. And it gets to the point where, again, you have to stop for the night to rest. Otherwise, you're going to be exhausted the following day.
Okay, and we shall rest, I suppose.
Okay.
While I'm sitting there, I'm going to play my cards.
I'll do a watch.
Yeah, I'll also do a watch.
Well, let's take shifts.
I only need 4 hours,
I need 8.
and I can.
I think Graf at this point might need a little more than 8.
Graf needs all the rest he can get, so...
Wait, with 8 hours, do I recover 1 exhaustion level?
If you have a restful sleep, yes, you would recover 1 exhaustion.
Okay.
Which this is actually really good because I also need to recover more hit dice. So
I
Okay,
can,
so-
I can, I can watch. I only need a short rest, so
So
Yeah.
Rox, Escanor, and who else?
I can watch.
I'm doing one.
Okay, so I'll get all four of you to roll a perception check, just to scatter the night, see if anything weird happens.
why did it roll 3?
I have no
Oh, whoops.
idea.
Do we
But
have
I'm
advantage?
just going to take your 6. That's a 5. That's a 4. And that's an 11. The night passes relatively peacefully. And a 14. Cool. It passes very peacefully, actually. It's dead quiet. And when you're alone on watch, sounds seem to mute and fade. And you start to feel like you can hear your own heartbeat and the blood rushing in your ears. Because everything's just so quiet and still. Even Gruff. When the morning comes, I'll get everyone to roll an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh, no inspiration.
Yeah, I don't have any. I don't think either.
Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to roll advantage.
That's fine. I just take the first number either way. Okay, so Ragnar, you take 1 level of exhaustion. Bryn, 1 level of exhaustion. Escanor, you're fine. Rox, you're fine. Gref, you take another level of exhaustion. And Yalak, you're fine. So you wake up, and those of you who felt that exhaustion, you wake up and there's just a pounding headache for Gref. He is bleeding from the ears from the overnight slumber.
I sent a message in Discord.
Nope. Okay.
Just a question.
Where does exhaustion show up on roll 20?
It's right in the middle, right above your attacks. You just click the thing up
Where?
on your character sheet. There, it's right in the middle of your character sheet.
I've got hit points, temporary hit points, hit dice, death saves, and then attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's weird. I've got exhaustion level right in the middle of mine.
That's one of the settings you can actually change. Give me a moment.
Did we get any XP from fighting them little orcs?
You most certainly did.
But we'll get it at the end of the night.
Yep.
I just scrolled up and seen that. I'm like, oh, I guess we finished an encounter.
I'm assuming you just clicked on my sheet, Devin, because it just changed on me.
Yeah, I did. That's weird. It's not. Oh, there we go. Exhaustion tracking on.
I also don't have it, but it's not a big deal right now.
What is what do you have for exhaustion levels?
1 through 5.
1 through 5? Okay.
Technically, it's 1 through 6, but once you get to 6, you're dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, guys, if you go into your settings, core bio spells settings, on the right-hand side, but midway or most of the way down the first box on the right-hand side, you'll see exhaustion tracking. You can turn that on.
Oh, okay, perfect. Awesome.
10-4 just did that.
Okay. So, you guys wake up more than a little exhausted. Definitely not having a good time. The mine is just going on forever.
Guys, I don't feel too good.
You don't look so good. You're bleeding out of your ears.
Yeah, it's not a good sign.
I don't even have any band-aids for you.
Don't forget to use another day's worth of rations, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So what should we be sitting at right now?
5.
4. Oh,
5.
4?
Is it 4? I thought we were
No,
at
it should
6.
be
before.
5.
Everyone should be at 5.
oh,
5?
yeah.
Okay.
Except for
That's what I'm
Escanor, who should only be at 7. And Rox, who has extra.
It's like I've done this before.
Well,
I was gonna say, man, do I have 1 extra for eating that sandwich?
It's one sandwich isn't enough to fill you for a day, unfortunately.
I don't know.
You're a monk dwarf. Trust me, you're hungry.
That's about all I eat in a day myself, so
Yeah, but you yourself are not a monk dwarf who drinks way too much booze.
that's
And you
true.
haven't even had any booze recently.
But I do drink a lot of booze myself.
It's fair.
I think we should move on.
Keep trucking.
I mean, at the very least, we're going to be heading backwards, and we're going to keep getting these things. We're not going to have good sleeps even if we go backwards.
Let's move on then.
And recognizing this construction, I think we're getting closer and closer to at least underneath Touchstone.
Well,
A
Touchstone
second.
was only, what, a day and a half away?
Right.
About 3/4 of a day away from the mines, from the bandit camp.
Right. And we've been heading in the right direction.
Have we?
Well, we don't know how far the hill goes.
I thought we went the opposite way of Touchstone.
No,
I thought too.
according to my check, we are going the right way towards Touchstone.
I thought we were
Give
heading
or take.
northwest and Touchstone was east.
No, Touchstone was west, and the pathway straight went northwest. So if we
Yeah.
went left, that's west.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
so
we
we're
did.
going right by Touchstone.
We should
Can
be
we get another bearing?
right underneath it.
You can attempt to do another bearing. For most of you folk now who've been in the caverns for so long, it's going to be a survival check.
I don't know why I rolled 3,
I
but my
cannot
first one
roll
rolled a
any
20.
better.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
20 and 22.
it'd
But
be a
it's
survival. You rolled an
green
intelligence
22.
check there, good sir. So it'd be a survival check of 13 or 22. Based on your knowledge, Rocks, you're heading west.
Okay.
And you should have passed under Touchstone about 4 hours before you stopped last night. Matt, go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw.
Who?
Rocks. Okay.
So we've already walked past Touchstone.
Or at least where Touchstone would have been. Is that just based on time?
Based on time, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. There's no up or down. You didn't hear the noises of a city overhead. Doesn't make any sense.
Have we been going in a straight line or up or down? More or
Perfectly
less
straight
different
line.
things.
Well, I mean, even going back, it didn't look like there was any places to go up, right?
Correct.
But we weren't really looking for any doors or panels or anything like that.
That's true. But that room that we got to, actually, wait, we traveled before we camped last night, right? For like 4 hours, was it?
Yeah.
Well, some bitch.
Maybe we should head back. Who wants to head back and check out that room?
I say we keep going and see how far we can go.
Why?
If we
What
go
are you
too
thinking?
far,
Well, I'm thinking since that area was a secret area in the first place, maybe it's a secret area. Maybe
For
there's a secret
access to
passage
Touchstone.
for accessing that as well.
I don't know
Right.
if it was really classified as a secret area.
No, but it was the more main area in the whole
The
second. We walked in and lights were on. We walked
it-
in and there was things guarding it.
With my survival roll, would it be possible for Touchstone to be above the hole that we, like the circular room?
that's what I'm
Definitely. The
saying.
room wasn't big enough to disturb a city at all.
No.
And
But
it-
traveling wise, would it be possible for Touchstone to be above it?
With the ridiculous amount of survival, you'd say actually that would be about dead center of town.
Okay, then yes, we should go back.
My theory is that there's probably a staircase or some other kind of secret passage.
There's something
If-
hiding somewhere.
If that's the case.
Okay.
Okay.
So we spent 4 hours and backtrack.
Yep. So you guys start heading back. It takes you a little longer now that Gruff's a little more tired, trying to keep him up with you. And by the time it takes about 5 hours this time. You get back there and you can see the room, and it's the same thing. At first, it starts off in a shadow, and those little flickers of white light kind of appear floating in the middle of the air. And this time, paying attention, I hope, you actually see little bits of shadow kind of moving around on the floor again underneath the lights. And I think we'll end it there for the evening. I'm sorry about the late start, guys, but 11 o'clock's about my cutoff time most of the time. All told, though, you guys earned 100 experience from the fight. Uh, 30, and then 57 experience from roleplay.
57?
57.
So
18, 17?
yeah,
All right.
900 XP away from level 4.
Yes. Well, I'm just going to say thank you guys for playing.